From the gun, Fields so dangerous, and that's why. 3rd and 12. Fields on the move, throws and hits his man. 40 seconds to go, first half. Fake it, Fields running for the...
Everybody's got an opinion on Justin Fields. Some say he's a bust, others call him a future MVP. But the truth lies somewhere that most fans aren't looking. In a league that loves to judge quarterbacks by wins and stats alone, Justin Fields has become one of the most misunderstood players in football. Today, I'm breaking down why, despite the noise, Justin Fields is actually a great quarterback. Before you hit the comments, hear me out, because I'm not here to convince you with blind fan takes. I'm here with evidence, context, and perspective. The stuff that separates hot takes from truth.
Justin Fields was benched at halftime in favor of longtime backup Tyrod Taylor. Jets signed Fields to a 2-year, $40 million deal, including $30 million guaranteed. They only needed 6.5 games to realize he's not looking good. Don't look like he'd answer.
Listen, the season, but we're at paper throw levels here, Mac. I want to go to halftime. You can change the quarterback whenever you want. You could go split squad JV style for all I care, but situational football, no matter who's playing the quarterback, we have to be throwing a Hail Mary there, no?
You have to attempt it. You have a timeout to be able to assure that you attempt a Hail Mary. And it's a makeable spot on the football field.
It's at the 46-yard line.
It's at the 46. And if you don't convert it, what do you hope for offensively? A penalty, spot foul, right?
Untimed down.
To be able to get points on the scoreboard before you walk into half.
With the Bears selection.
Boy, how exciting is this? With the 11th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, my Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Let's start with the narrative. Justin Fields was drafted 11th overall in 2021, the supposed savior for Chicago. But by year 3, the headlines weren't about his potential. They were about whether he'd figure it out. Critics point at his win-loss record, his sack totals, and his passing yards. But these numbers by themselves don't tell the story, because quarterback success doesn't exist in a vacuum. You can't evaluate a quarterback behind one of the worst offensive lines in football, with coaching that changed every year and a receiving corps that until recently ranked near the bottom of the league. So before labeling Fields a failure, we need to look at the context, not just the box scores. To understand Fields, you have to understand the person. This is a player who dominated at Ohio State, with 5,000 passing yards, 63 touchdowns, and only 9 picks in 2 seasons. He played through cracked ribs in the college football playoffs, led his team past Clemson, and earned respect from players and coaches alike. Teammates described him as composed, obsessed with improvement, and resilient. Traits every great quarterback needs. Fields doesn't crumble under criticism. He uses it as fuel. When players and teammates and coaches who've been there vouch for your work ethic and leadership, that's credibility. That's Fields' ethos. Fields has that in spades. Through their first 30 games, Fields' efficiency metrics are nearly identical to Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen. Both of them were labeled inaccurate early in their careers. The difference, they got stability. Fields hasn't. For Fields to take his game to the next level, coaches will need to play to his strengths. By now, everybody knows that Fields isn't a pocket passer, yet coaches keep putting him in a situation like that. Coaches need to put him into more play actions and read options. Fields should be utilized similarly to Lamar Jackson. But beyond stats, there's something deeper, something that connects Fields to the fans. This is a young man carrying one of the most tortured franchises in the NFL on his shoulders. Every bad game turns into a headline. Every mistake becomes a debate, yet he keeps showing up, humble, accountable, ready to work. When he says that's on me, it's not PR, it's who he is. You can feel his frustration, not because he's blaming others, but because he cares, and that's what makes him easy to root for. In a league where players chase image, Justin Fields chases progress. To fans, Fields represents hope. Hope that maybe this time, New York has found its guy. Whether you're from New York or not, you can't help but respect that fight. Now, I'm not saying that Fields is perfect. He holds the ball too long, he misses open reads, but that doesn't make him bad, it makes him young. Fields has been in nothing but bad situations his entire career. Coaches haven't schemed towards his strengths, and he hasn't been in a stable situation. We've seen what Justin Fields was able to do when he had an ounce of stability. Remember, he did get an MVP vote in 2022. When Fields is playing, the offense moves different. Defenses have to spy him, linebackers hesitate, and that dual threat ability opens up everything. Give him stability, a consistent system, real protection and weapons, and we'll finally see who he really is. Spoiler, it's not a bust. So when you hear your next talk show segment tearing Justin Fields apart, remember this. Context matters, growth matters, leadership matters. Justin Fields is far from done. He's a work in progress, and that's what makes him worth watching. Because sometimes, the best quarterbacks aren't the ones who start perfect. They're the ones who refuse to quit.